So yesterday, or whenever you watched the last video, the last training, we were talking about rewarding behavior, rewarding positive behavior. But sometimes in our career, it's just inevitable that we are going to be hit with negative comments or reviews about us. Thankfully, if you put this stuff in place, the product section phase one, and you implement it, and you treat your clients well, and you keep them fully informed, very few times are you going to run into a disgruntled customer. Sometimes it happens, but not all that much, and oftentimes that happens because of things that were outside of your control for the most part. But barring all that, I have yet to have a bad review from anyone I've actually worked with. I've had people upset about certain things, and then, of course, it's our job as part of our brand to address it with them, meaning, like, say, okay, let's talk about this. Actually, that just happened, at least to me, recently. Someone didn't show up to one of my listings and didn't inform us or anything, and my client was kind of upset by that. But they weren't upset with me. I'm not the one who didn't show up, but they were just upset in general. So since we're trying to create good experiences for people, we have to own that and say, you know what? That would really annoy me too and piss me off as well. Let me try to see what happened. Either way, I totally on board with you. That is just not cool. And that's often all they need to hear, that you are in agreement with them, that they were treated poorly. Because people just want to be recognized if they were treated poorly. People just want things to be fair. But besides that, it doesn't really happen all that much if you do a good job in your business. And hopefully phase one really set the stage for that. And phase two created a brand and experience around them where that's just not even a thing. And then we talk about other tactics later on in this training that can really kind of mostly eliminate that. But sometimes you will get bad reviews. And every bad review I've ever had was from someone I've never heard of or never worked with, or someone else's client, like a buyer's client when I was a listing agent. Now, if you go search for reviews from that were poor written about me, the only ones you will find are in Yelp, because Yelp you can't really address or have removed if they're false for some reason. So I don't really mess too much with Yelp. But actually, in your screen here, you can see in the corner, it has a 4.6 review because I got like one or two bad ones. But when you do get a bad review or a not perfect review, or a good one, actually, you always want to respond to all of your reviews, but you definitely want to respond to your negative reviews publicly. And you cannot be confrontational. You have to be open. And one thing I always like to do when I call them out is say, hey, instead of doing this on the computer, call me. Let's talk about it. So all the really bad reviews of mine have been removed because some of them were just saying really bad, horrible things that just didn't exist. But this is the only one that's not a 5-star, so I thought this would be a good example. For some reason, I haven't had this removed. It didn't really bother me too much that it was there. And sometimes slightly less than perfect reviews are not all that bad. But anyways, this person, Yoel, said something. I think he actually deleted it. But he said something about I was misinforming people, blah, 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 blah. Or her. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. And I wrote back, hi, Yoel, I don't recognize your name, so I'm not sure what this is about. If there's one thing I'm certain of, is that I never mislead or misinform people, although I am human. It is possible that I made a mistake about something. Give me a call. I'm friendly and easy to talk to. We can figure this out together. So that's the important part. Give me a call. I'm friendly, my brand, and easy to talk to. And who am I talking to there? The people reading it. They're like, oh, he's actually pretty friendly, easy to talk to. This guy never even called him about it. He's just typing about things. He's also saying that he doesn't recognize who this person is. And he's also saying he wants to solve this problem. So if you see that as a consumer and you're looking at bad reviews and that is the worst review, and then you see the response from the business owner that it's like that, you're like, oh, that is not a valid thing. But look, I do like how he handles and responds to negative problems, because that can and does often happen in real estate. So please don't let any reviews at all, but definitely negative reviews, just sit and fester. Go on all of them and address them. So even in Yelp, I don't have a Yelp loaded up here, but I did address publicly one or two bad reviews. You can go up there and look for yourself. I can tell you right now, one was I think it might be the only one, was a buyer. It was a very tough buyer that was not my client. It was someone else's. And we literally worked miracles to make sure that this transaction went through. Truthfully, he should have given me a 12-star review. But some people are just angry and disgruntled, and you can't do anything about it. But what you can do is manage how you respond so other people see how you respond. Just remember, we don't need everyone to like us. We just need people who are like us to like us. And if people aren't emotionally intelligent or intelligent enough to look at your response and see that, and if it's written like that and see that it's a good thing, they're probably not going to be an ideal client for you anyhow. So don't worry too much about it. So that's my last part about branding. Was now we're going to really dive into the meat and potatoes of the work in phase 3. But don't skip over these little things. This is important. How people feel, how people feel when they think of you, is incredibly important for growing your business and your brand. Okay, I'll see you in phase 3. But don't go to phase 3 until you answer all the questions listed with phase 3. If they're not all yeses, dive back in. It's super important to grow your business. Okay, I'll see you. Bye.